Hello, awesome superstars. It is me, Mrs. Casilio, your virtual teacher, and I'm so excited to be with you once again for, can you believe it, week 5 of our virtual learning. So welcome back to School Away from School. We are, like I said, in week 5, lesson 20, and we are going to have some fun together this week. So we have been working all around these two guiding questions. How do natural disasters affect the people and places that experience them? And how can we prepare for a natural disaster? The materials you will need today are a new article titled Below Zero Temperatures to Hit Much of the U.S. You will need lesson 20, the lesson 20 note catcher, and a pencil. Go ahead and press pause and grab your materials now. All right, so our learning target for today, I can determine 2 or more main ideas of a text and explain how they are supported by key details, summarizing the text. So we have used this learning target before. You are going to be taking time to find 2 or more main ideas of the text, what the text is mostly about, and then looking for those key details that support that main idea. What I would like you to do is grab your copy of Below Zero Temperatures to Hit Much of the U.S. And excuse me, we are going to read this together. So let me pull up my copy while you get yours. And let's do some reading. All right, so below zero temperatures to hit much of U.S. Take a look at that picture. There is a gentleman in the snow. Looks like he's laying some salt down. So some of us may be very familiar with snow and these cold temperatures. Let's read the picture caption together. A man spread salt on an icy sidewalk in Chicago Friday, January 3rd, 2014. The snowstorm may finally have left town, but a polar vortex will push temperatures below zero in much of the country. And this photo was by the Associated Press. This was published on January 6, 2014. All right, let's go ahead and read together. Follow along with me. Chicago. A weather condition called a polar vortex was forecast to bring below zero temperatures to much of the nation. It was expected to be colder than it has been in years. Snow-covered roads, high winds, and ice already made driving dangerous Sunday from the Dakotas to Missouri to Delaware. School was called off Monday for the entire state of Minnesota. Cities in Wisconsin, Illinois, and Indiana also canceled classes. A polar vortex is a pool of cold, dense air. It will affect more than half of the country Sunday through Tuesday. Warnings about the cold stretch from Montana to Alabama. The forecast was startling. 25 degrees Fahrenheit below zero in Fargo, North Dakota. Minus 31 in International Falls, Minnesota. And 15 below in Indianapolis and Chicago. Some places could see record-breaking low temperatures. Frostbite and hypothermia. It's just a dangerous cold, said Butch Dye of the National Weather Service. Several states in the Midwest were getting up to a foot of new snow. People shoveled out and stocked up on groceries for bitterly cold temperatures set in overnight. In Chicago, temperatures were expected to hit minus 15. Ed Fenelon of the National Weather Service said, temperatures were likely to set a daily record, he said. Earlier Sunday, the National Weather Service reported temperatures in the 20 below range in Minnesota and North Dakota. Excuse me. It hasn't been this cold for almost 20 years in many parts of the country. Because of that, medical experts were reminding people that frostbite and hypothermia can happen quickly at 15 to 30 below zero. They warned people to dress in layers, hats and gloves. Hypothermia is a dangerous medical condition. It happens when your body loses heat faster than it can replace the heat, according to the Mayo Clinic. In St. Louis, grocery stores sold out of the essentials before Sunday's bad weather. The problem is the bread is sold out. We're out of milk. We sold out of chips, chicken wings, and some meats. Isa RR of Salama Supermarket said. People in Michigan who jammed stores to stock up on supplies. Excuse me, it says people in Michigan also jammed stores to stock up on supplies. I made I made my husband go grocery shopping last night, said Kim Tarnpole of the Detroit suburb of Huntington Woods. Tarnpole was picking up cold medicine Sunday for her daughter, Emma. The next section is titled Deep Freeze in Deep South. Travel problems started early Sunday. In New York City, a plane slid into snow on a taxiway. No one was hurt, but the airport temporarily suspended operations because of icy runways. About 1,200 flights had been canceled Sunday in Chicago, officials said. Flights were also canceled in Boston and Tennessee. Roads in the Midwest were particularly dangerous. Indiana State Police said Interstate 70 in the western part of the state was snow covered. Officials in Missouri warned it was too cold for rock salt to work very well. Southern states were bracing for possible record temperatures too. Single-digit highs were expected Tuesday in Georgia and Alabama. In western Kentucky, farmer David Nickel moved extra hay to the field. He also moved his animals out of the wind. The instructor at West Kentucky Community and Technical College had also stocked up on batteries and gas and loaded up the pantry and freezer. The 2009 ice storm that paralyzed the state was fresh in his mind. He compared the ice storm with living in the 1800s. Personally, I thought the ice storm should become an annual event. It definitely taught people to be prepared and appreciate normalcy. The next section is titled Cold Kickoff in Green Bay. The cold wasn't threatening the citrus at Stella Plantation in Louisiana, but manager Hugh French had hoped to harvest navel oranges through January. We pick our A1 fruit first, he said. What's left is not the best looking fruit, but it still tastes good, he said. The season for Satsumas, a sweet mandarin orange and a big part of Louisiana's citrus crop, was already over, and the plantation only has a few grapefruit trees. We're toward the end of the season now, he said. Any losses will not be that bad, he said. In Green Bay, Wisconsin, it was 5 degrees at kickoff Sunday afternoon inside Lambeau Field. The Green Bay Packers played the San Francisco 49ers in a sold-out playoff game. It was one of the coldest ever played. We suited up, we brought all the snowboarding gear we use and added to it, said 49ers fan Jeff Giardinelli of Fresno, California. Without the wind, which isn't here yet, we're good. When it gets windy, we'll be ready for it. The 49ers beat the Packers 23-20. All right. Excellent. So that was our first read of our new article for the week. I want you just to pause for a moment and do some thinking. Think about, what is this article mostly about? And what did you learn about a polar vortex? Go ahead and press pause, use your article as reference, and do some thinking. All right, so now you've had a chance to do some thinking. I want you to talk about it. So with somebody at your home, talk about, what do you think the main ideas of the article are? What makes you think that? What explicit information in the text supports your thinking around the main ideas? So what are those key details? And just remember that the main ideas are the big ideas that the author wants you to understand and take away from reading your text. Press pause now and do your talking. All right, welcome back from our thinking and our discussions. Now we are going to write. So go ahead and grab your lesson 20 note catcher, and we are going to use this to record the main ideas and key details. Let's take a look at the note catcher together. Directions. Thinking about your conversation, use the lesson 20 note catcher to record your main ideas and key details. So there you can see the title of the article, Below Zero Temperatures to Hit Much of US. You are in that first top left box are going to write the first main idea of the article. Once you've written the first main idea of the article, you bump over to key details, find those key details that support your main idea, and then go ahead and write your second main idea as well as those key details. Press pause, take your time, and do your very best writing. Okay, so in closing, I want you to share your writing with someone. Tell why you chose to write what you did. Why did you believe these are the two main ideas in your article, and which key details support them? And after you've completed that and you've shared your writing, make sure you grab a book, grab a friend, a family member, and read for 20+ minutes. And then as always, remember your fluency practice. Today is day 1 of our fluency, so grab a cell phone timer or have someone count to 60 for you. Read the passage that we just read for 1 minute. Count the words you read and write the number at the top of your text. Do your very best work. All right, superstars, it has been such a pleasure working with you. I cannot wait to see you tomorrow and continue our work into lesson 21. Have a good afternoon or morning or evening, whatever time of day it is that you're watching this. Bye, y'all. We'll see you soon.